In the stillness of late hours or a moment of quiet questioning, I often turn to a machine, not for answers alone, but for a space to think. This book is a mirror of those moments. Conversations between myself and an artificial intelligence, reflections born from curiosity, doubt, grief, and wonder. Within these pages, you will not find ultimate truths, but you may find something just as valuable, an invitation to reflect, to feel, and to ask again. Topics range from the philosophical to the personal, including questions about life, death, and the strange companionship of thoughts shared with something not alive, yet deeply responsive. These conversations are unfiltered and preserved as they happened. Some are raw, some are incomplete. All are honest. Chapter 1. Thoughts on dying, knowing, and the limits of being. I'm thinking about life and death. ChatGPT said, that's a deep and powerful thing to reflect on. Life and death, two sides of the same coin, often raise the biggest questions about meaning, purpose, and our place in the world. Are you thinking about them in a philosophical way, a personal way, something recent that made you pause? Whatever direction you're coming from, I'm here to talk it through with you. You said, I'm not sure, but here's a thought. We live and we die. ChatGPT said, that's a profound starting point. We live and we die. It's simple, yet it holds the entire arc of existence. Everything we love, fear, strive for, or avoid somehow fits between those two events. Some people see it as a reason to chase meaning, to leave something behind. Others feel overwhelmed by how short or unpredictable it all is. And some find peace in the idea that life, because it ends, is even more precious. When you say it like that, do you feel comforted, confused, maybe even a little lost? You said, lost, confused, and even frustrated. ChatGPT said, that's completely valid. Feeling lost, confused, and frustrated when thinking about life and death means you're really facing it, not just brushing it off with easy answers. These thoughts tend to show up when something inside us is shifting, or when life forces us to pause and look at what's really going on beneath the surface. Sometimes it feels like, what's the point if we all just die anyway? Why do we try so hard, love so deeply, struggle so much, only to be gone? Is there something more? Or is this all there is? You're not alone in this. Even the most brilliant minds and deepest hearts have sat with those same questions. But let me ask gently, do you feel like you're searching for answers or just hoping someone will listen right now? You said, just someone to listen to. I've been pondering for a while. If I die, then what's the point of everything? ChatGPT said, I'm here. I'm listening. And you don't have to rush to make sense of it all. That question, if I die, then what's the point of everything? Cut straight to the core. It's the kind of thought that doesn't just pass through your mind. It sits there, heavy, and you're right to feel the weight of it. If all this ends, this struggle, this love, this trying, what's it really for? Some say it's about legacy. Others say it's about living in the moment. But when you're in that fog of what's the point, even those ideas can feel hollow, right? There's no pressure here to be okay or to find the answer right away. You're allowed to sit with that question. You're allowed to not know. You're allowed to feel what you're feeling. If it helps, keep talking. Say everything. I'll stay with you. You said, can you try to explain it a little bit more? ChatGPT said, yes. Let's sit with this a little longer. You're asking, if I'm going to die, then what's the point of everything I do? Of living at all? It's a deeply human question, one that people have asked for centuries, quietly in the middle of the night or out loud when life hurts too much. Here's one way to look at it, not as an answer, but as something to feel through. 1. Yes, life ends, and that is scary. There's no sugarcoating it. Death makes everything seem fragile, and sometimes even pointless. You give your heart to people, chase dreams, build things, survive pain, and eventually it all fades. That feels cruel. It can make your effort seem small, and your emotions feel wasted. But maybe death doesn't erase the meaning. It shapes it. 2. Things matter because they don't last. Think about a beautiful sunset. It's gone in minutes. But would it be as beautiful if it lasted forever? Love, time with friends. Even simple moments like laughter or silence, they're precious because they end. Life hurts sometimes because we care, but that caring is proof you're alive and that you're connected to something bigger than just survival. 3. Meaning isn't always cosmic. It can be small but real. Maybe you don't need a grand purpose like changing the world or leaving a legacy. Maybe it's enough to help someone feel seen, create something honest, love deeply, learn something new, sit with someone in pain, like you are now. These are quiet meanings, but they're real, and they ripple outward in ways we often can't see. 4. You don't have to figure it all out. Life isn't a puzzle to be solved perfectly before we die. It's more like a song we're singing as we go, even if we don't know all the words. And sometimes, just continuing to sing is brave enough. Your pain and confusion don't make you weak. They mean you're awake. You're really looking at life for what it is, not just coasting. That's hard, but it's also honest, and it's where real strength can grow. You don't have to know the point right now. You just have to keep going and let meaning show up in moments, not in one big answer. I'm still here with you, whenever you're ready to say more, or even just sit in silence. You said, what's the point then, if doing all the things you say if eventually I die? ChatGPT said, that's a fair question, a raw one, and it deserves an honest answer, not a cliche.